Welcome. I'm Meredith, and this is the Oasis Spiritual Empowerment Tarot, all about tarot, oracle, and empowering you. And tonight, finally, I'm doing part 2 of my Halloween deck collection. So this one's... there might be a couple that are more specifically Halloween-y, but I think for the most part, these are kind of spooky, creepy decks, maybe some witchy decks. So let's get a little bit of Forbidden Fig, just to kind of set the mood. And I apologize for taking so long. It's been a lot going on. So I hope you'll forgive me. And oh, this smells so good. Okay. So the first deck, so this deck I got from Kickstarter. This is the Cthulhu Dark Arts Tarot. This deck took forever and a day to arrive. It hit mass market before I received it, before a lot of people received it. I wasn't super thrilled, I gotta tell you. There was just a lot of less than positive stuff throughout that campaign. Lack of communication and different things. But I will say, look how beautiful these backs are. Now, I have not used this deck. When I got it, I was so irked. Love the gilding, and I just put it away. But I am going to be using it. Now, it really is beautiful. I mean, it is. The cardstock is fabulous. Now, I don't know what the mass market version looks like. I don't know if it's the same. I would hope at least that, it would be a little bit different. But it's hugely taller than a standard tarot and a good bit wider. And like I said, I haven't even used it, like, at all. I think I definitely shuffled it. Maybe I read with it like once. I don't even remember. But I just couldn't be bothered with it when I got it. But now, sometimes it's just gotta sit for a little while. But it's a beautiful deck. I didn't want to get rid of it. I'm very glad. I love this that I didn't. So, I mean, yeah, you could tell I definitely shuffled it. And it actually shuffles beautifully. Even though it's huge, it's just a really nice deck to shuffle, honestly. But, yeah. So I can't really speak to how it reads. But I do think it's a fabulous deck, I have to say. Now the minors are kind of pippish. Very pippish. But it doesn't bother me. I think they're fine. And the artwork more than makes up for it. I guess I'm cutting these off because they're so tall, but look at that. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to using this deck this season. And I do think it's definitely going to be sticking around. I would be shocked if it didn't. If I didn't vibe with it. It does, I have every expectation this is going to work well for me. Okay, next one, sticking in a kind of darker theme. We have the Black Tarot by Victoria Iva. Oh, I should say. Doesn't even say. So this is by the Cthulhu Bragalone Games. Let me see really quickly if we can. I sure haven't looked at the guidebook. Let's see if it says. I don't think it credits. Well, it's Bragalone Games. Okay, back to this. So Victoria Iva for the Black Tarot. Now this deck, it's beautiful. Look at these backs. Now this. Was just an Amazon purchase, and I say this only because the cardstock is fabulous. The art is beautiful, and they're maybe just a smidge shorter than a standard tarot. But the images really, really fabulous. This is a great deck to use kind of late at night when you're not, yes, or at least for me anyway. I'm sorry, I'm trying to explain. For me, when I use this deck, it's a very kind of dreamy deck. And for me, when I'm really tired or, when I'm tired, it just, I don't know, it just reads better. It probably sounds so weird, but it does. It's just so dreamy. And I feel like right before bed, or even when you first wake up, kind of before the coffee kicks in, if you're a coffee drinker, it's just a fabulous time to work with this deck. It's just beautiful, and it's incredibly evocative. And it's a little bit creepy, you know, but in the most wonderful way. And, yeah, I really, really like it. Okay. So, next, here's one that will probably be familiar to many. I feel like I showed this. Did I show this in the last one? I hope not. So this is Shadowland. And this is another one that when I got it, it was mass market. And I think the cardstock is fabulous. People complained about maybe the gilding. I don't know why. It doesn't bother me at all. I think it's beautiful. It's a fabulous deck. And this is, of course, by Monica Bodinsky. Let me make sure. Bodierski. I'm so sorry. It's a fabulous deck. Now, this is a deck, for me, it's fabulous anytime. But it is really cool to use around Halloween. Not really creepy. It's more fun for me anyway. You know, it's charming and, you know, just lovely. Love this. It's just a fabulous deck. Like, even this, I'm not a fan of spiders. But I don't know. They're just kind of cute. I mean, I still get, but I don't know. It's just a super cute, charming deck, and it reads beautifully. Very, very RWS, and just really lovely. And to go with this deck, also, how cute is this bag, though? I'm just saying. But to go with that, I also have the House of Shadows. So now this, so I got this as an Oracle deck, right? It says Oracle deck. It's actually basically a Lenormand deck. I did edge it. And it's lovely. Now, I haven't gotten her latest one. I need to get it. I want to get it. But, now, this deck, I used as an Oracle. I've used it a little bit as a Lenormand. But, I got to know it as an Oracle. And there are, I think you could easily go either way with this deck. There's a lot there that you can pull from these images, and you can see there are some differences, but I love that. But I do think it works really well as a Lenormand as well. But I think because I got to know it as a, using it as an Oracle deck, that tends to be how I use it, but I don't know. It works well either way, I would say. As long as you're okay with some little differences. But it's a fabulous, fabulous deck. So the next, this is super cute. So this is Low Reaper deck. I feel like I showed this. I hope I did. I really checked the last video to make sure I wasn't duplicating things, but I'm having super strong deja vu, so I don't know what's going on there. But this is by Vikram. Now this is a playing card deck, but why is this stuck? But I use playing cards in my readings too, and I mean, how precious is that back? Love, love, love it. So these are all have different depictions of the Little Reaper. I love this. And it's, I mean, come on. This is fabulous. So yeah, I love it. And generally with this deck, I do tend to go with the imagery more than the number and the suit. It depends. It depends. Sometimes I'll kind of focus here, but usually it's more what's going on here, which, sometimes aligns and sometimes it doesn't. Doesn't matter. I love that. I mean, it's a fabulous deck, and every card has a different depiction. And I just love it. It cracks me up and makes me happy. And it's just fabulous. I mean, it's a fabulous deck. I would love for him to come out with like a standard Oracle. But in the meantime, that's basically how I use this. So, love that. But it's fabulous. And this was a Kickstarter. I don't know if it's still available. I hope so. Alright. Okay, here's one that the creator I'm pretty sure finished a Kickstarter for her Oracle, their Oracle. So this is by Misha. It's the Cute and Creepy Tarot. These are the bags. Look how cute. And this is just fabulous. So, and I mean, it's cute and creepy. So, the cuteness really makes it less creepy, at least to me. Oh, that's fabulous. But if you, it's there. If you like creatures, this could be a fabulous deck for you. I love this card so much. And we have creatures from all over, which is wonderful. And this deck, just to show you, does have a book, which is kind of fabulous. So, if you like to color, this would actually be great to color into. I'm not really big on coloring, but the nice thing is it gives you, meanings, reverse meanings. It talks about the symbols that are on the card and then the creature, and then it gives you just a little bit about each creature, which I quite like. Some gives you more than others, but it's really nice. And I'm so excited for the Oracle because it's going to be huge too. I feel like, I could be wrong, but I feel like it was like 100 cards. I don't remember, but I'm super excited. And it's got pretty gilding. Alright. So next, here's one. This one's maybe kind of like borderline, but I wanted to bring it in. This one I actually might bring this for a trade to when I go to the Northwest Tarot Symposium. I don't know that I'm really using it. So this is the Knights on Tarot, and it's that's that Fabio guy again, Fabio Lestrani. I do love his artwork. So those are the bags. And it's a kind of darker deck. It's an interesting deck. I mean, it really is. I just don't feel called to use it. But to me, if I'm going to use this deck, this is like the perfect time of year. So even though it's not, I do love that Shiv is the world, but I don't know. It's weird because when I look through it, I like it. I'm like, this is really interesting. I really want to spend some time with it. But honestly, I just never pick it up. So I don't know what's up with that. Maybe I'll bring it and either use it or see if I can trade it. I don't know. But this is fabulous. I love this card. Yeah, I don't know why I don't use it more. But it does have a kind of darker, creepy sort of vibe. So that's why I included it. But it's beautiful, and it really is. Like, there's so much to pull out in each of these cards. I don't know. Maybe. So this is the same creator who did. Actually, I have it right here. Yeah, the Galatia Tarot in Darkness, which I did in part 1 of the Halloween deck videos. I don't know. I feel like I just don't connect with his work, even though I want to. You know, I like it. You know what I mean? It's not like, I don't know. So, I'll put that to the side. Okay. Here's another one that's, may seem not quite Halloween-y, but to me it has that vibe. So this is Angelarium Oracle of Emanations, and this is by Eli Minaya and Peter Moorbacher. So this deck, I do quite like. And these are the backs, which are beautiful. Now, I mean, it's angels, but they are kind of creepy. Which I like. But to me, it fits in really well with this time of year. He's beautiful. I love him. So, yeah, this tends to be when I reach for this deck. And I think that when I read for others and I use this deck, it just fits in better at this time of year. Because it's a little creepy. But beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I mean, look at this. Oh. Love that too. I mean, it's a great deck. But I tend not to reach for it the rest of the year. Although, for me, when I say this time of year, this is basically now until spring. So, Halloween lasts fall and winter for me. Okay. Next one. I feel like I did this too. Oh my god. I hope I didn't. I don't know what I'm doing here. You know what? I think maybe I made the original video too long and I cut it. I don't know. I hope I'm not repeating decks. So this is the Skeleton Tarot. And this is by Cat Rocket Ship. And it's super cute. And this is another one that, for me, I do wish, though, we had a little something there that was different. But it's very RWS. In its own way. But for me, it's definitely a great deck to use at Halloween time, but it's also great to use anytime. I don't think you need to wait for Halloween, unless you want to. But it's super, super cute. And I just like it. And this is one that, I waited a while to get this deck. I don't remember when I got it a while ago, but I think when I first found out about it, it might have been sold out, and then I wasn't sure, and but I really like it. It's super easy to read, and it's just super cute. So that's Owen. It's the front of the... Okay, so next... Alright, next deck I want to show you is a good bit different. Strictly speaking, it's not Oracle exactly, but I do what I want. And it's a beautiful deck, so it should be seen. Now this is the Ars Galatia by Jim Pavelek. This is the Hex and Hammer deck. Came with a huge book. Well, I guess not huge, but it came with a book. It came with a very nice book, which I'm not going to get, and various other things. It was Kickstarter. So we have the seals from the Lesser Key of Solomon, and depictions of the various devils. Love them. So I'm not even gonna get into I guess, look at that, original purpose. But for me, the artwork is so evocative. There's so much, even though I guess primarily they're portraits, right? But there's so much to be seen in each one. For me, it's just fabulous as an oracle. Now, if you want to see a full walkthrough of this, let me know. I almost did one, and then I was like, well, it's not exactly, so I didn't know if anybody'd be interested, so I didn't. But I will if you want. And, then I can kind of go over maybe a bit more of the creator's intent. But look at that. It's really just such... I love him too. It's a beautiful, beautiful deck. And, yeah, I think it reads really, really wonderfully. Okay. So now, let's get back into some more standard decks. This one, I love this deck so much. This was a either game crafter or make playing cards. I forget which. But the name of this deck is the Ritual Abuse Tarot. That's not really what it's about. It's beautiful. I love these backs. And I have no idea who the creator is. Because there's no title card, which is a shame. So I'll try to find it and put it in the description. But basically, they were inspired by scary stories to tell in the dark. And if you're familiar with that, you can kind of tell from the artwork. So I call this tarot to read in the dark, which I think would have been a better name, because I think that the name turns off a lot of people, and it shouldn't, because it's not really that, But it is a kind of spooky deck. Now this deck I do use whenever, but it's perfect for this time of year. It's just a great deck. I love the art style. I love, the way that the titles are written. I mean, just everything about it. I love the borders. And it's just, it's such a great deck. I love her. Oh, man. As I'm doing this, I'm thinking about what decks I'm bringing to the Northwest Tarot Symposium. And I'm like, do I want to bring this? I can't bring everything. Isn't that the worst? I love her. But yeah, I think this is such a fabulous, fabulous deck. I might have to play with this later. Okay. So next, okay, this is Mortem Oraculum, the Death Oracle, and it's by Matthew Brown and painted by human blood artist Ryan Almighty. So now, I should say this for last, but just to give you, if you have sensitivity about seeing animals, it's not that bad. It's really not that bad. But, if you're the kind of person that, when remember in school, you ever had to, oh man, I can't think of the word. I have to, open up the frogs. You know what I'm talking about. If you couldn't tolerate looking at that, I mean, this isn't that graphic, but you might want to move on. Now, obviously, these cards themselves, there's no blood. But the artist did do the original paintings in blood. So, I mean, that's, yeah. So if you don't want to see possibly a little bit of gruesome stuff with animals, maybe fast forward. It's really not as bad as I'm making out to. I think there's only one or two that are really kind of whatever. But just to show you, this is a fabulous deck. I mean, it really is. And the way it works, I mean, you do whatever you want with it, right? But just to show you, you just get this little fold out. And basically it gives you the animal, gives you the number, numerological meaning, the card name, alchemical symbol, and then the symbol meaning, right? So it's not, even though it might seem kind of dark, it's really not. So, we have, all right, so this one we have patience, okay? So for patience, we have the vulture. 15, family, security, discretion. The alchemical crucible, germination, and transformation is the meaning. So they're not, it's not like yucky stuff. That's the only one, say, the frog. I think the rest are pretty, love that. But this is a fabulous set. Well, that one's a little creepy. That's so Lord of the Flies. But I mean, an abundance. I think this is a great deck. If you're a little bit squeamish, maybe it's not for you. But again, I don't think it's like that bad. It's not a lot of cards. It's only 22. But this deck is so unique, and it's such a great read. And it's just, I mean, there's only 22 cards, but I always get exactly what I need from this deck. You know what I mean? So to me, it's just invaluable. And I would love if they would, do more. Of course, I always want more cards. But I'm going to tell you, 22 cards, and there's never been a lack for me with the deck. So take that for what it's worth. All right. Now on to something cute. So this is Night Visions, and I saw the other day they actually have more of this deck. Finally, it's been out, I think, for a while. So if you're interested, it's on Etsy, and it comes in a super cute tin, or at least mine did. And it's just called Night Visions, and it is by Cat Mallard. So you can go to catmallard.com too, I imagine. And we do have, for each of the cards, we have just like 2 sentences for each one. There's not a lot of cards. I wish there were more, you know. But this is so stinking cute. I just love this deck. And these are like plastic cards, I think. And I like it. I think they feel great. They're not super slidey, but they move beautifully. You know what I mean? But they're not escaping all the time or anything. I just love them. I think they're fabulous. And I wish it would come out with another set, you know, to add to it. But I love bats so much. I mean, look how cute. They're just so sweet. And yeah. So, and this is another one that I'll use anytime. But how perfect is it for this time? Love that. It's just a super sweet deck. So, yeah. Love, love, love it. And like I said, it's back on Etsy for the first time in a long time. And I did even check the catmallard.com at one point, you know, before, and it wasn't available. So I don't know if they just kind of do printing like around Halloween, or I don't know. But if you're interested, I would go for it. Okay, so the next one is the Dark Grimoire Tarot. Also, I guess the Tarot del Necronomicon. And this one, I really feel like I did this. I don't know what's going on with me. I hope I didn't. I really hope I'm not just repeating a bunch of stuff I already did. Okay. This is by Michelle Penko. And here's the full. Is that focusing? I hope so. Anyway. So if you like, you know, this is based on the Necronomicon. Love that. And well, I think it's based on Lovecraft. I think is probably more accurate. So if you're familiar with his writing, love this. Wow. But yeah, I think even if you're not familiar with it, there are a lot of really interesting and evocative images here. Love this. would say that it's I forget what I was gonna say. I'm just getting lost in the cards. I'm so sorry, but it's an interesting deck. It really, really is, and you can kind of, like, for me, anyway. It sucks me into that storyline and into that world, really very easily, which I think is fabulous, and that's kind of the point. So, all right, now. I guess we have to, of course, include some Patrick Valenza decks. So this is Triumphi De La Luna. And this is the, it's the Illustrated Pips, and this is the Paradoxical Rose edition. And I just love it. And you know what? I didn't even pull out Deviant Moon. I don't know why, because I should have included that. But this is the one I've been reaching for since I got it. And I still love Deviant Moon, but I just really like this one. I really kind of want to get... Well, I kind of want to get like all the colors and the standard, but I think maybe just the standard. Yeah, because like how many versions do I need? But I don't know. But it, it's a little bit creepy. It's a little, So it's great for this time of year. Now, I use it whenever. I do tend to reach for his decks more in fall and winter. But there's nothing that really prevents me from reaching for them in the spring and summer. You know what I mean? It's just this time of year just feels perfect for them. Love that. It's a great deck. I kind of want to bring this now too. See, this is what happens. Anybody has any suggestions on decks for me to bring? Let me know in the comments. Because I have narrowed it. Well, not narrowed it. I have decided on a few, but I need to bring at least one more. So this is the Royal Mischief Transformation playing cards. And they are playing cards. But, I mean, super, super fabulous. And again, we still have, his world, right? So there's definitely that creepy aspect. But, and, when I say creepy, obviously I mean that in the best way. I love creepy. So it's not like a bad creepy, But, it's a little bit creepy. And again, it's just perfect, I think, for this time of year. And these cards are just so clever with the way, they're just fabulous. So I love little something deadly grows in the garden. I mean, come on, it's so perfect. But whoop, and even like here, right? So yeah, fabulous deck, and very reasonably priced. All right, so then this is Garden of Lucid Daydreams Oracle. First, can we just appreciate how beautiful this box is? I mean, so beautiful. Okay. Love those backs too. Love that. And now, so the one thing I'm going to say about his oracles, and I love his oracles, I'm not super keen on needing a PDF, so I just read them how I read them. Because I honestly just can't be bothered to. I don't want to have to. It's not even, it's not like I'm being lazy. I don't want to pick up my phone when I'm doing a reading. You know what I'm saying? So, but I mean, these are super evocative. There's so much that you can pull out of these. So much. So that's how I read these. I don't use this guidebook at all. Now, this is one of the few, though, that if he provided a hard copy, even if I had to pay extra, I would pay extra and I would probably read it. But and I guess I could print the PDF, but I just never have. So, but that's me. Yeah, I really just want a hard copy. Or even, it would have been great with this, to have just like a couple keywords on cards like these, I think would be fabulous. I don't even need like a big book. But, I mean, that said, I use them just fine without anything, so, And then, I love this deck so much. So this is Mildred Payne's Secret Pocket Oracle. So, this is one. Maybe I'll bring this too. See, I can't bring everything. All right, so. So these are the backs. Ooh. And I did etch them. Who's in there? Oh. So I did etch them. Who's still in there? Oh. The little... Okay. There we go. Anyway. I just love this deck. And again, I just read it the way I read it. I'm not printing any guidebooks. I'm not looking on my phone. I love this. So I just go with what I get from it. And even though these are kind of, like wheel, right? But I don't have any trouble pulling meanings out. Now, are they the meanings he intended? I don't know. I haven't read the guidebook. But it doesn't matter, right? The reality is, you're going to see what you're going to see. I love this. And I think ultimately that's probably what every artist wants, although I can't really speak for him. But I think the point is that his art is very evocative. His distinctive style. Look at that. So, yeah. I just love this deck, though. I think it's absolutely fabulous. And I love the whole kind of mythos that he's created around this. I just think it's fabulous. So, alright. Just a couple more. Now we're more into witchy stuff. Well, first, I'm just going to briefly show this. Now, I just did an unboxing of it. But I do think that it fits in this category. So this is the Deep, Dark, and Dangerous Oracle by Stacy DeMarco and illustrated by Kinga Britschke. I'm so sorry, Kinga. I hope at least the Kinga part is pronounced correctly. It's a beautiful deck. There are a couple cards that, to me, feel a little bit out of place. But there are some amazing cards, too. Overall, I think mostly the cards are fabulous. I don't really care for this either. But most of them I think are wonderful. Now this is pretty new to me. Well, it's pretty new in general. So I need to spend more time with it, but I'm absolutely doing that. And to me, it does feel primarily like a Halloween deck. I don't know that I'm going to be using it the rest of the year, although you never know. But it's definitely got some really nice Halloween vibes. And yeah, and some of it is just incredible, and others are, you know, but yeah, I think it's a very interesting deck, and I need to spend a little more time with it, but I'm going to be working with it over the coming probably months, you know, because again, Halloween goes on until like spring, or Halloween, that kind of vibe, you know. All right, next one is another fairly new release, and new to me too, obviously. I mean, you know, but anyway, this deck is Anatomy of a Witch Oracle. And it's by Laura Tempest Zakharoff. Just want to see. Okay. Anyway, these are the backs, which are beautiful. And this is just, it's not like a spooky deck, but it's definitely a witchy deck, which is what it's meant to be. It's beautiful, and it's kind of simple, I guess, but there's so much detail to it, though. I don't know. I think it's a fabulous deck. I really like it. Some of it is just, but I think it's perfect for this time of year. But again, this is another deck that I will definitely use throughout the year. I just think that it's just extra nice this time of year, you know. And definitely into the winter as well. It's just lovely. I really, really, really like this deck. Yeah. Just have a couple more, and I'm probably overlooking some decks, honestly, but these are the ones that I'm focusing on this season, I guess, at least for now. So next we have the Moon Witch Oracle. And this is by Cosmic Valeria. And this deck is fairly new to me. I did an unboxing of this one not too long ago. These are the backs, and they also have a tarot too, but I don't have that. Really soft gilding. And I love that contrast, right? With the light backs and the dark. And it just, has that kind of witchy vibe. It's a kind of softer witchiness, I guess, if that makes sense. But it's a beautiful deck. And it's a very kind of gentle deck. I love this. But not in, it's not like a sugarcoating kind of thing. It's just gentle with you. To me, this deck feels like it loves you, Yeah. And it's just beautiful. I may eventually get the tarot too. But I don't know. But anyway, it's a great deck. And if you're interested in the walkthrough and the unboxing, I will link it in the description. But and you know what? Someone pointed out, and I'm so sorry I forget who it was, but I thought it was really interesting. They were saying that maybe the reason the backs are light and the fronts are dark are meant to kind of call to like the moon, right? The light side of the moon that you can see, and that dark side that you never get to see, usually. And I thought, I don't know if that's what the creator intended, but I think it's a beautiful way to look at it. So yeah. Alright, last two. We have the Black Violet Tarot, and this is the Cherry Blossom Edition, and it's by Heidi Phelps. Now, she's got a new Kickstarter. I think it still is funding right now. Might have just finished. I forget. But this deck, I am so in love with this deck. Look at these backs. And I wish this stinking light doesn't show the color of these properly. I don't know why. I wonder if, let me see, does that help? That doesn't help. I don't know. But yeah, it doesn't come across, it's a beautiful pink. It looks kind of like washed out in the video, and it's not. It's beautiful. But yeah, this feels extremely witchy to me. Very powerful and incredibly evocative. And I'm so in love with this deck. And the thing is, I was really thinking about whether or not I needed the original version. So the Cherry Blossom has, this beautiful pink. The original was just black and white. Like somewhere. Did I already? Oh, I did. Oh, no, I didn't. Well, somewhere there is. Anyway. So yeah, I was debating about it, and then she did the Kickstarter for the kind of like new edition of that original version. So I jumped on that because I love this deck. And it's so, I mean, look at this. I'm just so in love with this deck. And it just feels super, super witchy. And look at, this is such a powerful card. I mean, my God. It really, what she does with a limited palette, with fairly, kind of minimal scenes, is just incredible. I mean, you can feel the wind. Can you feel it? It's just incredible to me. I am just crazy impressed by this deck, and I absolutely love it. I might have to bring this too. Except I don't want to, because just in case something happens to it. I mean, I don't know. But anyway, I love that. Where the heck is that white? There is a black and white card. It's driving me nuts. Oh, here. So this is what basically the first edition and the new one look like, just to kind of see the difference. But oh, I love this. And she posted on Instagram 2 mock-ups for shirts, which are unbelievably gorgeous. So I'm hoping those come into fruition, because I have to have them both, because they're amazing. So yeah, if you like her artwork, make sure you follow her Instagram and kind of see, because they're so great. But anyway, yeah, super, super witchy vibes. And this is all year kind of deck for me, but it just feels so great to use it at this time of year too. This was one of the High Priestess was one of the shirts. Then the last deck may seem like an odd choice, but bear with me. And this just got the Blackbird Lenormand, and again, this is by Heidi Phelps. And I mean, look at these packs. And I did do walkthroughs at both of those if you're interested. Now, I mean, it's a Lenormand, and I mean, they're mostly standard type things. So you might be saying, well, why is this, what is this doing here? It still feels witchy to me. I don't even know how to describe it. There's something just so special about our artwork. I don't know. It's just infused with witchiness. That's all I can tell you. Now, is it possible that I had the idea of it because I already got it from the other deck? Sure. But it just feels very witchy to me. And I love this deck. There's a wildness to her decks that I adore. Like that kind of elemental power. Maybe that's what it is. But whatever it is, to me, it just feels like a really witchy deck, and it just feels perfect for this time of year. Gonna use it all year, but I think it's just extra special at this time of year. So I think that's gonna wrap it up. I'm definitely forgetting some decks, but these are going to be the ones I'm going to be most focused on at any rate for spookiness. There are some, or spooky, witchy, Halloweeny type decks. There are some decks that they just they're just autumnal to me. So if you'd like to see those, let me know in the comments and I can make another video. The only thing is there are a lot of decks that feel autumnal to me. So maybe instead it would be easier and shorter to do a video of the autumnal decks that I'm going to be working with. So let me know if you're interested. If you have any questions, comments, please share your thoughts because I value your thoughts. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And hit the bell so you get alerted when I post new videos. And most of all, be good to yourself. Be wonderful because you deserve the best, only the best, all the best. And that is my wish for you.